What up, party people? Oh my god, how do you sit in a chair properly? I have no idea. So today, guess what? We are doing highlighting. Obviously, you don't have to put this much on. I show you like a subtle way to do it. But for those of you that really want to learn how to get that like extra oomph in your highlight, this is for you. Hey guys, so I got braces and this is my first time ever wearing braces. It's been fun. Had them on for a week, ready to get them taken off. I have about 12 more months to go. But that being said, if I mess up on some words or I sound funky like stlye, if I sound like stlye, then just let it go. Okay, just let it go. How to highlight like a boss. By highlight, I mean glow. I don't do a lot of like cream highlighting. I do more contouring. So a lot of girls, not a lot, just, you know, some of you guys might just put on your foundation, concealer, you might contour and then put on blush and walk out the door. What you're missing out on is that look of just like beaming and happiness and joy. I said it. When people are glowing, they look very happy. So my birthday was in July and I got 2 of the Becca Champagne Pop. Which, I mean, a lot of people out there already have it and they know it goes on like butter. But I didn't really want to spend $40 on a highlighter that if I dropped it, I would cry. So I opted, before I got the Champagne Pop, to do the Colourpop. It is their Super Shock Cheek. And I've been using this for probably about a year and I really like it. So I got 2 colors. This is more of a gold. This one's called Lunch Money. And this is called Smoke and Whistles. This is more like a pink pearl tone. They also have stuff in liquid form, you know, the NYX or L'Oreal, any makeup brand really has a liquid form of highlighting. I don't mind using this when I'm trying to minimize like texture on my face or like the amount of layers I'm putting on. I just skip it because this Champagne Pop highlighter just, you don't even need it. Like, it's crazy. To start off, after I contour, I go in with my lighter highlight before I do bronzer and then blush, because I think it just kind of adds it all together. It's like you're making an ice cream sandwich and you just want it to all like flow together. You want to have your highlight and your contour and then put your blush on to kind of help mold it all together and melt it into one look. You know, you don't want to see like, oh, there's your blush line, there's your highlighting line, there's your contouring line. You want it to look natural, subtle, natural, as I'm about to put a shit ton of glitter and glow on my face, right? A couple different brushes. I mean, everybody out there uses a fan brush. You don't need to spend money on a fan brush unless you want to. I'll probably buy one soon, but for now, guess what? Go to the art supply store. They have fan brushes and it's synthetic, so it'll do this basically the same thing. It won't pick up and soak in as many as much of the product as the natural hairs do. Art supply store. You can also use just a random like contouring synthetic brush. This one is Crown Brush. Got it in an Ipsy bag. I like it to just add on that extra little coat on top. And, I mean, you can use a natural hairbrush, but I find that you don't get as much product. But let's pretend that it's tapered like it needs to be, and you can just go in with that little doodaddy. And this one is Bdellium Tools, number 244. Using whatever highlight that you choose. Let's just get up close to my face. Yeah. Now you can see my braces. So I like to put highlight a little bit here on the cheek, and you're gonna do like circular oval motions just right on the top of your cheekbone. You don't need to get all up in here. You want to stop it about here and bring it here, and you don't want to bring it all the way back here, especially if you've already contoured here. That's gonna gonna completely destroy your contouring that you worked so hard on. I know all of you guys worked so hard on it. So you're gonna just start. And just slowly. You can build this up, you guys. You don't need to get a lot at one time. So I just kind of circle, circle, circle. And then after I go in with one layer, take my finger and kind of push it all in. And smooth it all out. So you don't just have stuff just like sitting on your face. Right? So even just that one tiny little bit, that's all you need on your cheeks. Of course, I'm gonna add a whole bunch more, but if you just want that nice little subtle glow, you just go here. You're gonna put a little bit right up here to kind of pull your eyebrows and your forehead up, but keep it central to this area. Okay, and I don't like to put a whole lot up here because especially if you get oily on your T-zone, you don't need a whole lot of highlight up there, right? Because adding extra highlight and gleam and glow, it's just gonna make that area look more oily. Just enough to where you turn your head and you're like, oh, she got good skin. How do you do that? Just tell them it's a secret. Another thing to remember is anywhere you're going to put highlight, that will be adding a little bit of extra texture onto your face. So if you have a bunch of bumps right in here, just be careful because it could accentuate it. Again, down the nose, just right here, stop, and then put a dab here. This is gonna help break up by skipping that kind of like middle part in here. That's gonna help break up your nose so it doesn't look like one long continuous schlong thing. One long continuous nose. Whatever terminology you guys prefer. And then you can also, if you want to make your lips look bigger, just a little. Right here. Some people put it on their chin, but I tend to get kind of oily in there, so I just avoid it altogether. So just a small little glow. After I do my bronzer and stuff, I'll completely add on more just to show you guys, whoever wants to amp it back up. But from then, I will take a big fluffy brush, whatever you like to use for bronzer. This is the Bdellium Tools, whatever number that is. I can't read it because it's upside down right now. 947. Yeah? Just big fluffy thing. So my favorite bronzer is Wet n Wild. It's like $3. It's called Ticket to Brazil. Give me my ticket to Brazil. I'll be ready for that. So just take your big fluffy brush, and where I like to put my bronzer, it was kind of like right on top of my contour, but not underneath it. So I'm gonna kind of go in right in here, kind of where I'm gonna put my blush too. Same thing on the other side. So I don't really want a bronzer that's gonna like, poof, there it is. It's like just enough to add that little subtle, like, it's like you have a secret, and it's like people can tell something's there, but they're not looking at your face being like, damn, that's a lot of bronzer. It's like, oh, you look really good today. What is all that happening? I'd like to know more, not like, you know what I mean? So same thing again on this side. Just kind of warms up your face. I'll go in with some blush with the same, I love using this for blush. I don't know why. I used to use like a big fluffy brush like this. This is the Eco Tools. But I feel like this is just dense enough to where it can just place it where I want it to go, instead of putting a big thing on and it like spreading around. So one of my favorite blush palettes is the Mehron. I don't know, it's like the cheek powder palette, 202. So it's just got all these like colors in here. They're great for everyone's skin tone. I tend to always do a mixture of a lot of colors. So I usually do 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know why, I just like those colors on my face. I don't want a whole lot of peach, don't want a lot of pink. I just do a little smirk. And just right in here. And I bring it up. And put it right, mix it right in with your contour, your bronzer, your highlighting. That way when you turn, it's all kind of like one consecutive motion. Alright, so from this you can spray on whatever setting spray you like, or if you really want to amp it up, you can either choose to be the little glimmers in a river, or you can choose to be the glistening, wet, oily, slick object that you can see from the moon. So I'll just take a synthetic brush into my pink, because I really like having this pink tone on my skin too. Take a little bit, just a little, and I'll go right here, just in that one area, just to add that extra little oomph, like, ooh, there it is. Now you see it from all angles.